You could argue that applications are kind of the lifeblood of companies' productivity in a sense. It's obviously end users, but applications are so important and they need support. To explain more about what it means to support applications, we've brought in Kendra Plant. Kendra, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Well, tell us who you work for, the kind of things that you do, and let's start talking about supporting applications.
Sure. I've been an IT technician for 2 years. I work for a company that does medical devices, and I support a variety of operating systems and applications that run on those. And sometimes things don't go exactly as planned.
What are some of the key reasons why an application would start, say, slowing down or causing problems? What are some of the biggies?
Yeah. So when I'm working with application issues, I try to find out as much as I can about the application. I'll hopefully I'm a user of the application and I have access to test it out and see if my experience is the same as the users. You identify the issues. If it's slow, like you mentioned, there might be an issue with the device. Maybe the device doesn't have the specs needed to run the program. Maybe it doesn't have the right amount of RAM. Maybe it doesn't have a graphical processing unit. My working in the medical device field, there's engineers who are using applications that are very demanding.
Hmm.
They're designing products, and they can't just have like a standard laptop that we would give to just a user. It has to be specifically for the engineer. So it can run that application. And there's other things that can happen, of course, to applications, including networking issues, bottlenecks, things with the application itself.
And these bottlenecks, you mentioned networking can certainly happen because you're supporting not only applications that are installed purely on some sort of device, but you're also working with cloud-based apps, right?
That's correct. Um, so um, so I support a lot of applications. My users are using applications all day long, from everything to email, again, to those like really intensive large applications, and they have a lot of nuances, and I'd say, depending on the issue that's happening with them, it's good to know somebody. We have an application, for example, that is in house. We develop it and support it,
Mm.
and sometimes when there's issues with that application, I if I'm unable to reach a resolution, I can simply reach out to the team who supports that, and they've designed the application. They know those bottlenecks better than I do, and they can either guide me or they can help the user themselves. And sometimes there needs to be an app update that happens. So there's lots of things that can be happening. It's my job to do my due diligence and do the basic troubleshooting steps.
And I'm sure that you have situations where everything's been going great for that particular worker, but then a new application gets installed that somehow goes over the threshold of what that particular system can do. You know what I'm trying to say? Have you seen that sort of thing happen?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So, and we aren't, you know, there's a lot of limitations on resources too. So, some users have had a laptop for a while, and it's trying to run something that's very intensive with memory. It's no matter what you try, it's not going to work. It just doesn't have the specifications it needs. But we're just not slapping RAM in every computer that somebody's like, this is running a little slow. No, no, we need to like figure out, is that actually why it's running slow? And then you know take it from there. Maybe it is the device specifically, but again, maybe it is the application.
And so that way, if you go up to the forums for the application manufacturer or the developer in house, or even users, right, who are using it, you can then make an informed decision about what particular step to take about, well, a new system or adding more RAM or something like that.
That's a great point. Yeah. Knowing your resources is great. So, if it is an application that has a lot of documentation online, and there's lots of those, you can just simply do some research online. You can do research in the knowledge base of your organization as well, if it's a popular application, and talk to the user, find out information. And you're right. Sometimes you just need to either go to the company who hosts that application, or the developers, and get some help.
Kendra, thanks so much for giving us your knowledge about what it means to support applications today. Really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.